Hello, my dear students. Our today's topic, treatment of goodwill, from the chapter of admission of a new partner. We know the meaning of goodwill. We learn from class 11. It is an intangible asset which is shown on the asset side. But we don't know how to find out the value of goodwill from class 11. And we learned in class 12 also, that is calculation of goodwill under different method, applying different method. That is average profit method, super profit method, capitalization of average profit method, capitalization of super profit method. So here is the short meaning is there, that in case of admission of a new partner, like one partner enter into the old business and old partner will sacrifice to compensate that sacrifice by the gaining partner. He has to contribute two things. First thing is as his capital, and second thing as his premium for goodwill. So here, as stated earlier, the incoming partner who acquire his share in the profit of the firm from the existing partner bring in some additional amount to compensate them for loss of their share in super profit. It is termed as his share of goodwill, also called premium for goodwill. Alternatively, he may agree that goodwill account be raised in the books of the firm by giving the necessary credit to the old partner. Thus, when a new partner is admitted, goodwill treatment is very important. So here in admission chapter, this is the core part, that is treatment of goodwill. There are so many methods are there. Like among that, first one method, premium method. When we will apply this premium method. Now, when new partner is able to bring his share of goodwill money, his or her share of goodwill money under that method, like the journal entries are there, but sometimes it may happen that incoming partner bring for his or her share of goodwill money and pay to the sacrificing partner unofficially, that is privately payment, not officially. Outside the business, the payment made. So that time, generally no entry is required. So many times this, like considering this point, question came, what will be journal entry for making private payment of goodwill? So private payment means outside payment, outside the business, no financial changes take place in the books of the partnership firm. So therefore, no entry is required. So here, when a new partner pays amount of goodwill outside the business, no entry is required. So that point you have to remember. It is a very important point, because in practical question also may can come that incoming partner paid rupees 10,000 for his share of goodwill money privately. Privately means no changes take places in the books of the business, unofficially payment. So therefore, like no entry is required. Now, when it is officially payment made along with the capital, that time like financial changes take places, it is considered as a transaction, and in the books of the business we should pass the entry. Generally cash comes into the business, so therefore cash or bank, like check, if it is paid by check, so bank balance will increase. So therefore you have to make debit, simple logic, the cash or bank account debit to premium for goodwill account. So this premium for goodwill account newly you have to open. What purpose is goodwill bought? Now here money bought, that is for goodwill money as a share of premium for goodwill money. So therefore cash or bank account debit to premium for goodwill account, and then one more entry you have to pass, that is premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital account, or as well as existing partners capital account under sacrificing ratio. Now, if anyone wants one entry also, we can pass here, cash or bank account debit to sacrificing partner or existing partner's capital, because premium for goodwill, it is cancelling. Once it is credit, again it is debit. So from the viewpoint of the accountancy, here, if the same term, same amount, once it is debited, again it is credited, it is coming 0 plus minus, it is coming 0. So therefore, ultimate entry cash to existing partner or old partner under sacrificing ratio. Here, those who will sacrifice their name will write here. Suppose ABC 3 partner and D is entered as a new partner A and B sacrifices. So here it will be premium for goodwill account debit to A's capital to B's capital. When you consider the practical problem, that will be clear here. So here, when new partner officially make the payment of goodwill, then this two entity have to remember cash to PGW, PGW account debit to old partner's capital account under sacrificing ratio. Now, sometimes it may happen that at the time of admission of a partner, already old goodwill is there, and as well as the amount which contributed by the incoming partner as his share of goodwill money, that cannot retain in the business, that can withdraw by the sacrificing partner. So that time more 20 you have to pass. This is for withdraw. So that time, like first 20 plus this 20 you have to pass here. First 20 like cash to PGW, PGW to sacrificing partners. Now here old partner or sacrificing partners capital account debit to cash and bank account. That is amount of goodwill money withdrawn. How much amount paid, that amount will be withdrawn. Now at the same time, if already goodwill appeared on the old balance sheet, so that effect we have to bring to the zero. We have to cancel. So we know asset nature debit, we will put the credit here, and liability nature credit, we will put the debit here. So old partner's capital account debit to goodwill for cancellation or elimination of goodwill or return of goodwill purposes. This entry is not compulsory. If any value of goodwill is there on the old balance sheet, then this entry you have to pass. Otherwise, no need to pass this entry. This one also, like third entry also, always not required if in the question it is mentioned that the sacrificing partner withdraw full amount of goodwill or 50% amount of goodwill, then we do this entry. Now sometimes it may happen that incoming partner not contributed cash or check or draft as his share of goodwill money. He can contribute some kinds like asset. Asset also may be contributed as a premium for goodwill. So that in this way, same way, like value of the asset or name of the asset will put here as a debit. Suppose on building provided when a new partner want to take admission. So building account debit to premium for goodwill account. Again premium for goodwill account debit to old partners or existing partner under sacrificing ratio. So instead of cash or bank, generally we have to write that particular asset name. It may be fixed asset, it may be some current asset, sometimes it may be given as a stock, some any other investment as his share of goodwill money. So that time we have to pass this entry. Instead of cash or bank, we do this entry. So that was the first method, that is premium method, when incoming partner is able to bring his share of goodwill money. But it may happen sometime that incoming partner is not able to bring the share of goodwill money, then we will apply this method, that is memorandum method. When new partner is not able to bring his or her share of goodwill money, then this method is applicable. Under this method, the following entries are required. Here under this cases, the journality quite easy here. Like when new partner is not able to bring his share of goodwill money, then admission also possible. But ultimately what will happen, that incoming partner's capital, how much he contributed, that will be indirectly decreases because he is not able to pay his goodwill money to compensate the sacrificing partner. So that incoming partner's capital account will be debited and sacrificing partner's capital will be credited. If like incoming partner permanently unable, then we debit new partners or incoming partners capital account. If temporary like short term, then we can debit current account debit, that is new partner current account debit. Or another way, if it is in the question it is mentioned that is a fixed capital method adopt, then we must have to debit new partner's current account. If it is mentioned that is fluctuating capital debit, then we have to mention new partner's capital account debit. So that point you have to remember that which method generally adopted, like fixed or fluctuate. Or if you write only that current account debit, then the marks also will be given here. if you ignore that method, so here there is option, but we have to put the note that as new partner unable to bring his share of goodwill money, we debited his current account short-termly. And when you are able to bring, then you will cancel that account, the time cash account debit to that partner's current account. So just only one entry is required if new partner unable to bring, means under memorandum method, only one entry you will consider. That is new partner's capital or current account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account. Now, when unable that time also, if all goodwill is there on the old balance sheet, that you have to eliminate passing the same entry like the first method, all partner's capital to goodwill. But in this method, one entry is not required, that is withdrawn entry is not required. Because of that, like here in this method, like new partner is not able to bring the goodwill money, so no financial changes is there, so no question of withdrawn of extra amount. When able to bring, that time old partner can withdraw, but when unable, then that entry generally not appear in the books on the partnership form, that is withdrawn entry not required. One NCERT problem we are considering to clear this topic. There are two partners, Verma and Sharma, and their profit sharing ratio 5:3. The admitted goes with the new partner for 1/5 share of profit. Ghost is to bring rupees 20,000 as his capital and 4,000 as his share of goodwill. Now there are four alternative options, there are four alternative ways there. Under that alternative way, we have to pass the journal entry. First situation or first alternative is there. The amount of goodwill is retained in the business, means the sacrificing partner not withdrawn the goodwill money. So first of all, what we have to do? First, we can do one working to calculate sacrificing ratio. This is the old ratio, 5:3. New partner got 1/5, 1 minus 1/5, 4/5. After that, we can find out 4/5 into 5/8 and 4/5 into 3/8. That will give the result of new ratio, like that way new ratio, and old minus new, that will give the sacrificing ratio. But in this question here, no need to find out separately sacrificing ratio, because separate new ratio not provided, or new partner acquire from the old partner in that ratio not provided. Indirect hints not there. So this original ratio, it will convert it as a sacrificing ratio. Means 5:3 ratio, it will be considered as a sacrificing as well as old ratio. So that working therefore we will not do. Directly we can enter to pass the journal entry. Let's see the journal entry here. First entry, cash or bank account debit to premium for goodwill account, and as the capital also is there, so to save the time, we will pass the compound entry. Cash and bank account debit 24,000 to premium for goodwill account 4,000 to gross capital account 20,000. It is for his capital contribution. It is for his premium for goodwill money. So altogether he contributed 24,000 to enter into the business. Mr. Ghosh contributed 24,000. And the two segment, one for capital, another for premium for goodwill. Now we already told there will be minimum 20 when goodwill money contributed, means if you apply premium method, so it is we are applying premium method. Second entry for distribution of rupees 4,000 to the sacrificing partner. So premium for goodwill account debit to like Verma's capital to Sharma's capital here. It is under sacrificing ratio 5:3. So 4,000 it is divided in that ratio to Verma and Sharma. Verma's share came 2,500 and Sharma came 1,500. So in the first situation, like first situation, no withdrawn is there. So therefore only true entry is there. Goodwill money contribution purposes, goodwill money distribution purposes, and in all balance sheet no goodwill value shown. So therefore fourth entry also not required. Means first two entries required in this first situation. Now second situation. Second situation exactly same way. First entry, second entry, it will be same. Cash or bank account debit to premium for goodwill to host capital account. Again premium for goodwill account debit to some Verma's capital account to Sharma's capital. Now after that entry, extra entry you have to pass, that is withdrawn entry. Verma's capital account debit, Sharma's capital account debit to cash. Cash is withdraw, cash is decreased from the business, so therefore cash is credit, and respectively partner's capital at the same time partner's capital will decrease as we are making the debit here. So Bharma's capital will decrease by 2400 and Sarma's capital will decrease 1500 and total cash is decreased 4000. Now next situation, that is situation C. Once we'll see the situation C, what are the information are there? In the situation C, and 50% of the amount of goodwill is withdrawn. Not full, not like 4,000. So 2,000 if it is withdrawn, then what will be the effect here? If 2,000 withdrawn, then the amount will change, but entry will be same like entry for alternative 2. Same entry are required in alternative C also, only the amount will be changed. So we will see that. And last one, that is private payment. We know that is private payment person, no entry is required, no financial changes take places. So therefore, okay, this, yes, this is that. So situation C or alternative C, first entry, the cash or bank account debit to premium for goodwill account, 4,000, premium for goodwill account debit to Bharma's capital, to Sarma's capital, 2,500, 1,500, and after that withdrawn entry, this entry. So therefore I wrote here entry 1, entry 2 are same as like earlier, but this entry is same, but amount will be just 50%. So therefore Bharma's capital account debit, Sarma's capital account debit to cash. Bharma's capital here half of the cash withdraw, that is 2,000. So 2,500 into 50%, 1250, 1,500 into 50%, 750. So that is 50% amount withdraw. So 50% amount, that is 1250 amount will be debited to Bharma's capital. Bharma capital will decrease and Sarma's capital also will decrease at same amount, 750. And last option, private payment, no entry is required. So this is all about this, that is treatment of goodwill. This is a core part of this chapter. Like if we understood very clearly this thing, no such type of problem will come that we will unable to solve here. Any type of problem related to treatment of goodwill you can solve, but this portion you have to remember. There are altogether two methods, premium method and memorandum method. Under premium method, a private payment, no entry, but if official payment, then entry will be there. When paid, then minimum 2 entry, and at the same time we will notice that if all goodwill is there, then that will withdraw. If that will eliminate it. If goodwill money withdraw, then like another entry will be there, that is all partners capital to cash or bank. So that way, and if unable, then this entry will pass here, only single entry, that is new partners capital account or current account debit to Sakai Bank partners capital. So this is a simple way, easy way to remember when which method will apply. That is the key part or key point to remember. Memorandum method we adopt, that is unable to pay, and premium method we apply when able to pay. So that two method we have to remember, and as per situation we should apply. Okay, I am going to conclude this session. Thank you and study well.